轻易就可以为他。
Wang Choer was a curious girl who appeared unexpectedly and seemed to disrupt the relationship between Huo Yuhao and Wang Donger. Moreover, she was almost an exact replica of Wang Donger. However, her rise and fall were rapid and fleeting. She fell in love with Huo Yuhao with all her heart and sacrificed herself for him. Her death, her sacrifice for the man she loved, became as touching a moment as Xiao Wu's sacrifice in the first part. At least in the original, this was an incredibly heart-wrenching event. Sometimes, it seems the author introduced Wang Choer solely for this moment. She saved Huo Yuhao at the cost of her life. But how did this happen, and why did Wang Choer have to die? As we know, she wasn't an ordinary girl but a noble imperial beast, the three-eyed golden lion. She was different from other spirit beasts and was not bound by the restrictions of fate, like other beasts who face limitations every 100,000 years. She could live as long as she desired. While the golden lion couldn't reach the same level of strength as Tian, even the true ruler slumbering in the great Star Do forest cared deeply for her. Wang Choer faced a difficult choice: love or friendship. In the end, she decided to sacrifice herself, making her final contribution to the lives of her friends and team. Her death didn't change the course of the entire story but left a profound impression on everyone's hearts. Wang Choer's death was a tragedy, but it was also a reminder. Every character has unique value and significance. Though Wang Choer's life was brief, her presence and sacrifice added greater depth and emotion to the overall story. Here's how it happened. After the tournament, during a time of war, Huo Yuhao was tasked with an important mission: rescuing hostages held in the Sun Moon Empire. They managed to escape the city, but there was no guarantee that everyone would get away. The plan had its flaws. If anyone was captured, the rendezvous point could be revealed to the enemy. However, given the time constraints, they couldn't implement thorough safety measures for several hundred hostages. Huo Yuhao informed them that a ship was waiting at the harbor and that Shrek Academy support would arrive by then. Huo Yuhao was confident in their success, even if the Sun Moon Empire discovered the missing hostages. After this, he still had to rescue Nan Chochio and her mother, guarded by two evil soul masters. He found them successfully. Exhausted from recent battles, Huo Yuhao decided it was best to hide until an opportunity to escape arose. Suddenly, a powerful shockwave knocked Huo Yuhao off his feet. He realized he was caught in an ambush. They were surrounded by enemies, including the third elder of the Holy Spirit sect and other spirit engineers from the Legion. The situation grew increasingly dire. The third and fourth elders were titled Douluo, and Wu Yu, with 8 rings, was one of the strongest opponents. Huo Yuhao felt his chances of survival dwindling. In despair, he began reflecting on his past, his parents, and Wang Donger. He mentally apologized to Wang Donger, admitting how much he missed her and vowed to carry his longing for her even in death. At that moment, he noticed a streak of golden light in the sky. His friend Wang Choer, possessing incredible strength, had come to his rescue. Her appearance was both unexpected and breathtaking. Huo Yuhao and Wang Choer combined their powers, activating their Eyes of Destiny, which enveloped the area in energy. This marked a turning point, as golden light filled the sky, making everyone present feel the shift in their destinies. Two titled Douluo of the Holy Spirit sect tried to prevent Huo Yuhao and Wang Choer from escaping, sealing off the area. When they held hands, the fusion of their martial souls gave rise to a new golden dragon that spiraled around them. Huo Yuhao felt the warmth of Wang Choer's hand and was filled with determination. Their spirits united, making them stronger than ever before. Orange golden projections of eyes appeared behind them, and their spiritual energy surged to its peak. The third elder, frightened, halted his attacks. Together, Huo Yuhao and Wang Choer unleashed the Emperor Sword and Golden Dragon Spear, countering the enemy's attacks with impressive effects. Their combined power became an undeniable advantage in this critical battle. Despite their strength, battling two titled Douluo proved overwhelming. Huo Yuhao suggested Wang Choer escape while he distracted the enemies. Calmly, he assured her he would create an opening for her to flee, even at the cost of his life. Wang Choer was silent for a moment but finally agreed. Huo Yuhao prepared to fight to the end to protect Wang Choer. He began burning his spiritual seed, ready to sacrifice himself. His eyes glowed with silver light, freezing everything momentarily. The spirit masters, including the dark title Douluo, were stunned by his actions, unaware that he intended to completely destroy his spiritual energy. At that moment, a golden projection resembling Wang Choer appeared behind Huo Yuhao, merging with him and empowering him. He reached the peak of his abilities, defeating an 8-ring master with his attack. Before the end, Huo Yuhao admitted to Wang Choer that she also held a place in his heart alongside Wang Choer, a truth he had long been reluctant to acknowledge. Moved by his words, Wang Choer confessed her love for him as well, and the two finally seemed to find peace. This confession became a turning point, as Wang Choer deeply loved Huo Yuhao. She looked into his eyes and asked for a kiss. When their lips met, an unexpected connection occurred. Their foreheads touched, and at that moment, their eyes of destiny merged. Huo Yuhao suddenly felt sharp pain in his head, as if it were about to explode. Strange scenes flashed before his eyes, a dense forest and a small golden figure lying on the ground. Finally, Huo Yuhao understood the truth. He realized why Wang Choer resembled Donghua so much and why she resembled the goddess of light even more. Wang Choer was not human but the three-eyed golden lion. It was she who had granted him the Eye of Destiny when they first met in the forest. She had ventured into the human world out of curiosity and admiration for their lives. The golden lion controlled the fate and fortune of the entire great forest and was invaluable to all its beasts. But her life was dull and simple. Seeing Huo Yuhao's memories, the golden lion longed to experience something similar. She entered the human world, using part of the golden dragon's bloodline within her to forge a golden dragon martial soul through imitation. The human world was new and exciting for her. Her appearance, resembling Wang Choer, was no coincidence. She crafted her human form based on the goddess of light from Huo Yuhao's memory. She followed him to Shrek Academy to understand human life and gradually fell in love with him. Although she was a spirit beast, her feelings for Huo Yuhao became genuine and strong. But she realized her love was doomed, as he loved Wang Choer, and they belonged to different worlds. Wang Choer wanted to return to the forest, but her feelings for Huo Yuhao held her back. She even tried to prove to herself that she could be closer to him than Donghua. But when Wang Choer sacrificed herself for Huo Yuhao, Wang Choer understood she couldn't be with him. Nevertheless, she returned to him when she sensed he was in danger. Now, with Wang Choer gone, she decided not to give up. Her feelings and strength merged with Huo Yuhao through their eyes of destiny. She began dissolving, literally becoming a part of him, merging into his body and soul. What an emotional moment. What will happen next? Will Wang Choer truly die like this? Stay tuned to find out in the upcoming chapters.